Benny Blanco's house in LA isn't just another celebrity home designed to impress the media. In fact, it's the complete opposite, full of life, quirks, and a vibe that makes you just want to sink into the furniture and stay a while. Every room has its own story, and the entire house is layered with art, music, and a sense of humor that's rare to see in homes this nice. And so while a lot of high-end homes feel like museums, Benny's home feels alive. It's designed for connection, comfort, and legitimate fun, which is exactly why it's so unique. Take this green sofa for example. It's oversized, unapologetically patterned, and it instantly sets the tone for the entire house. And Benny himself doesn't just sit on it, he stretches out like he's exactly where he's meant to be. And behind him, you'll spot layers of art and objects that feel just as personal. And as we move throughout this house, you're going to spot layers of art and different unique objects that feel just as personal. But this couch isn't a piece that you buy to match a color palette. It's a statement that says, I live here, I use this space, and I want you to feel at home here too. And that energy flows through every part of this house. So the first reason I love this home is that every room feels like someone's favorite spot. I mean, this home is designed to feel welcoming, not precious. And there are no look but don't touch spaces. Everything is meant to be used and loved. And so in the informal dining room that you see here, it feels just as inviting, right? The pattern chairs and the layered art make it warm and approachable, but not overly styled. And then in the family room here, the overstuffed sectional is just piled with stuffed animals, which sets a playful, relaxed tone. And so guests with kids or nieces and nephews instantly feel at ease in this space. And even the formal dining room, which looks elegant with its chandelier and burgundy chairs, still carries Benny's humor. He jokes that it's the laminated grandma couch that no one sits on, which shows that he doesn't take himself too seriously. But his personality even shows up in transition spaces like this hallway. The bold floral wallpaper and gallery walls mean that there's something interesting to discover everywhere you turn. Alright, so the second thing I want to talk about here is the kitchen, because I've never been in Benny Blanco's home, but I'm pretty sure the kitchen is the heart of it, because that's always where everything happens, right? Friends, family, maybe collaborators in his case, that's where they gather, whether you're cooking together, eating on the island, or just hanging out. And the bright, airy design of this kitchen makes it feel welcoming and so easy to be in. Right, we've got these vintage stools and the colorful runner rug that soften the space and also add layers of warmth and personality. But Benny actually extends that same energy outdoors with this alfresco dining area tucked under this beautiful, lush plant canopy. And so meals don't just have to stay inside, they actually spill out into the garden, blurring the lines between indoor and outdoor living. And he even added a custom pizza oven for hosting pizza nights. So this is another example of how food and gatherings are central to a home's identity because there's always something being shared. Now, I promised you that this home has a lot of personality, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that, because Benny's home isn't just decorated, it's a mix of high art and playful humor. And the listening room you see here captures this perfectly. We've got vintage speakers sitting next to a glowing onyx console, which I promise you I've never seen in any other home. But still, it gives off the vibe that this is a space to be inspired, a space to relax, and just a place where you can escape. And as you might expect, as you move through the house, music is woven into Benny's everyday life. So whether it's this piano corner or this quirky keyboard setup, there's always something ready to spark your creativity. And even the powder room you see here tells a story, right? With the bold wallpaper and these ornate finishes, Benny makes sure that the smallest spaces in his home are just as expressive as the big ones. But with that in mind, the fourth thing I want to point out here is that the bold details stand out against calmer backdrops. Okay, so here we've got this pink dressing room, which is playful and you might even say glamorous. Not the kind of thing I would ever have in my home, but for Benny it works perfectly fine. Because the chandelier, the mirrored vanity, and the soft textures create an intimate kind of retreat with just enough drama, showing how Benny uses luxury with a wink of humor. Now here in the primary bathroom, Benny has these ornate mirrors and patterned tile that bring some old world charm into an otherwise crisp, spa-like space. And the mix makes it feel elegant, but still approachable, the kind of room you'd actually want to use every day. And then the guest bedrooms showcase how Benny uses art and textiles to inject personality into neutral rooms. These bold quilts, colorful wall hangings, and large-scale paintings transform the simple white walls into backdrops for personal expression, proving that art takes center stage in this home. And so rather than overwhelming you with clutter, these spaces prove that just a few strong design choices can make a room feel vibrant and memorable. every corner is styled with intention, which is a reminder that personality doesn't need to come from excess. But we can't talk about Benny Blanco's home without digging into the spaces designed purely for joy and nostalgia, because once you get a little bit under the surface, it's pretty obvious that Benny's home celebrates joy and playfulness as much as it does good design. The guest house movie theater you see here is draped in deep red velvet, creating a cocoon-like space where friends can disappear for hours watching their favorite films. But right next to that, you've got this beautiful wooden ping pong table with an entire candy wall, which is a child's dream turned into reality. But not everything in the guest house is overly bold and colorful, because even the main bedroom, with its calm palette and soft textures, still reflects the idea of joy and playfulness. But at the same time, it's designed to be a space where Benny and his friends can truly relax. And I couldn't skip over this incredible quilted chair, which just captures the spirit of the home in one piece. The bold patchwork design just feels like a hug. It's eclectic, colorful, and full of personality, just like Benny himself. So Benny Blanco's home is a perfect example of how personality can transform a space. It's not about expensive finishes or perfect symmetry. It's about making choices that feel good and bring people together. From that one-of-a-kind chair to the hallway lined with bold wallpaper, every detail is rooted in connection, comfort, and a willingness to take risks. And that's why Benny's LA home isn't just stylish, it's truly unforgettable. So if you like this video, I've left links to a few similar ones in the description below. Or if you want to take your design knowledge to the next level and start making real changes to your own home, check out this video up here. I'll see you there.